For some people, smiling confidently is hard enough. If you have a missing tooth, well, you're left with that permanent looking frown. You know what I'm talking about. And then the thought of having false teeth that may flip out of your mouth when you talk, forget that. Well, today, we're going to show you a solution that could have you uncovering that smile of yours today.
You go to the drive-thru, you order hot coffee, you get it from the window and it spills, you get burned. Who's at fault? Could you really collect on damages? We break down what is actually punitive damages, what the situations are, and whether you can collect as part of their punishment.
You saw him compete on television to become the American Baking Competition champion over the summer. Today, Brian Emmett is in our kitchen whipping up a walnut cinnamon crumble apple pie.
Person of interest says goodbye to one of its own tonight. Who it is, it's still anyone's guess. Coming up, we learn which mystery person will be leaving PIO forever.
Another day, another destination on Delmarva. So where am I? Well, you know I can't tell you, but I'll give you the clues you need to try and figure it out coming up.
Delmarva Life starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And speaking of historic, did you know what happened 150 years ago today?
Exactly. No, I know it was Civil War.
You don't remember that?
Time.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
What are you saying? Why don't I remember that?
It is the anniversary of the Gettysburg Address.
Oh, today?
Yes. And take a look at this. This is the only known picture of that day of the Gettysburg Address when, of course, Abraham Lincoln was there giving the address. This picture was uncovered in 1952. Now, today, a ceremony was scheduled for earlier today, actually, on the battlefield where the iconic speech was made. There's also a push for more Americans to learn the Gettysburg Address. A lot of people know that first line.
I knew it when I was a kid. I couldn't tell you now.
Everyone knows 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived on liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Yes.
No, I didn't memorize that.
I was going to say, I lost it about halfway through.
Yeah, but anyway, 150 years ago today, so maybe go.
How about that?
Visit the Lincoln Memorial or something.
Yeah, and certainly read the Gettysburg Address again. So, geek moment.
Oh, yeah.
We are only a couple hours away from another Minotaur launch from NASA Wallops. Actually, I guess I should say the opening of the launch window, which is at 7 o'clock up until a little bit after 9 o'clock. Weather permitting, just in case you're curious, this launch will be visible anywhere from Florida all the way up to Canada and as far west as Detroit.
Really?
Now, the NASA Wallops Visitor Center is going to be open today. You can go down there and watch the launch from there on Chincoteague. I think they're going to close the gates at 6.
Right.
So if you want to go watch it from there, you need to be on there by 6 o'clock.
But I mean, there's so many other places you can see it. I know the last one, my husband went to Assateague on the Maryland side, and he said it was absolutely spectacular.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't think
every time I've looked, I've always missed it.
Yeah.
I've always missed it.
Yeah.
Got to go find it.
Oh, well. From the morning's Daily Times, I want to talk about a wedding. And this wedding was at the Dunes Manor Hotel in Ocean City. Now, Lauren is an ER nurse. Rob is a web applications developer. Now, it's kind of a sad story because Lauren's dad actually passed away. He was diagnosed with lung cancer and died just a few weeks before their official engagement.
Oh.
But Ron had received permission to marry Lauren. So, how do you enjoy a ceremony such as a wedding with the recent loss of the bride's father?
Yeah.
Well, of course, you invite Rodney the Lifeguard to carry you down the aisle.
Look at this.
Yeah, Rodney the Lifeguard. It turns out Rob and Lauren were joking around one day about the big day, and the Ocean City Department of Tourism said they could make it happen. I guess they saw a billboard or something with him on it and just made a joke. Maybe he'll walk me down the aisle. Well, Rodney the Lifeguard, played by actor Blake Adams, walked in his 3-piece suit, blending in with everyone else before slipping into his lifeguard tee and shorts. So
wedding, that's awesome.
Isn't that neat?
That's awesome right there. Talking about Ocean City, did you know that Winterfest of Lights?
It's this weekend, isn't
Kicks off this weekend.
Wow.
As incredible as that may seem, the 21st year for the holiday celebration. Winterfest Express will drive people, including you, through a winter wonderland made up of different light displays. Winterfest of Lights, Northside Park, runs from November 21st all the way through January 1st. Absolutely spectacular.
Right.
Have they got new displays this year?
I don't know if
they
have
new
new
ones last
displays,
year.
but I mean, everyone always goes down to Ocean City to see that.
Hot chocolate is always
Oh, holiday season almost here, and with that comes the classic movies. Do you ever watch It's a Wonderful Life?
Always, every stinking year.
Every stinking year. Well, guess what? That movie came out more than 60 years ago,
Right.
and it's apparently getting a sequel.
Really?
Yeah, it's called It's a Wonderful Life. The rest of the story, it's being billed as a continuation of the story of downcast bank manager George Bailey, played by James Stewart, or at least the sequel is about his descendants, basically.
Okay.
While Stewart passed away in 1997, producers have recruited original cast member Carolyn Grimes, who played George Bailey's daughter, Zuzu.
Zuzu.
And she's going to return.
Okay.
Now, the story, it's not a happy, feel-good movie, apparently. The way I read it was it's going to be more like A Christmas Carol, where George Bailey's grandson is visited by an angel who shows him how much better off the world would have been had he never been born. Because he's apparently not a good guy. He didn't get all of that good stuff from his grandfather.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know. Makes me a little less excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
What do you think? Let
I'll
us
watch
know.
the original.
Yeah,
Thank
over and over again.
Over and over and over again. Are you looking for something to do for the kids while you go out and maybe have an evening? Well, the Marva Theatre in Pocomoke is planning a pajama party. Now, they've scheduled for November 30th. Here's the deal. Bring out the kids. They're going to have a Polar Express book reading. They're going to have crafts for the kids to do. Letters to Santa. Write a letter to Santa. There's, of course, going to be a snack. And then they're going to watch the movie Elf. Okay, so you go out and have a good time. They're going to be having a good time. Seating is limited. Here's the deal. You've got until Wednesday, tomorrow, to register for the pajama party on Saturday, November 30th. It's for kids that are 4 to 10 years old, $20 a piece. Here's why. The $20 is going towards the $250,000 digital upgrade for their projection, because nobody's doing film anymore.
Right.
So they're going digital and they're trying to upgrade that. So be sure to get in there. Call ahead, find out what you got to do, because you've only got until tomorrow. It was a very good weekend. I'm sorry that I missed yesterday, because I wanted to talk about this on Saturday. The Laurel Fire Department dedicated the Sycamore Substation to Laurel Fire Department member Gerald W. Brown. There's the podium there at the dedication. It was a wonderful, wonderful event. There's all of us around the sign out front.
Oh, wow.
He was a member of the fire department in 1992, served as president from 2004 through 2006. Sadly, Gerald passed away in April of 2007 after a bout of leukemia. Gerald Brown, honored by the fire department, the construction company as well. They made a contribution towards further expansion and maybe another substation as well. His family made a presentation to the fire department. It was a wonderful event on Saturday, and Laurel has a new substation ready.
There you go. Congratulations. Well, you know the word selfie. You know what a selfie is, right?
With your
when you take a picture of yourself, well, it's been named as Word of the Year by Oxford Dictionaries. The word actually evolved from a niche social media tag into a mainstream term for a self-portrait photograph. Even the Pope is part of selfies, believe it or not. Take a look at this. The Pope actually posted this on his Twitter feed
He posted it.
with some followers, and they're taking a selfie. Jimmy and I, we take selfies.
Yes, we do.
There we are with our audience. That was one day a couple weeks ago. It's always nice to have somebody with long arms to take the selfie. That's where you come in
Guess
handy.
who took that picture? Yeah.
Other shortlisted words included twerk. It's a raunchy dance move made famous by Miley Cyrus, and binge watch, meaning when you sit and watch like a whole series of movies or shows, TV shows, catch up on a show in one day. Yeah.
See, Carol and I always call that movie-thon, but that's binge watch. We're binge watching.
Yeah. You know, sometimes a puppy and a little boy are perfect companions, especially at nap time.
Right, okay.
Take a look at these beautiful, adorable pictures. That's the case with Theo and Bo. Bo is an 8-week-old puppy that was abandoned. His family rescued him from the shelter, and he immediately took a liking to Bo, 23 months old. Take a look at them. They're inseparable, especially at nap times. These pictures were taken by Bo's mom. And that, you know, that puppy and that boy are going to be together. You know, they are going to be inseparable forever. That's my favorite one, because everyone's baby sleeps like that at one point. Still ahead on Delmarva Life, think citrus fruit is only good for snacking? Rachel Ray shows us otherwise. She's using them in the kitchen to clean, and she'll show us how.
While we're in the kitchen, get your taste buds ready. I've got a treat for you. The winner of the American Baking Competition is here to help us put together an apple pie with a twist.
But next, it's often said there's nothing more beautiful than a smile. But for some people, their teeth leave them feeling a bit self-conscious. We'll learn more about a simple procedure that can fix that in just one day. Delmarva Live, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.